Hi and welcome back to my channel. As you've read by the title, I'm going to start a no-buy period. And that means I will not buy any stuff for the unforeseen future. You may be asking yourselves now, how long is she going to do the challenge for? The honest answer is that I don't know yet. It could be 1 month, 6 months, however long I can stay strong. And my goal is to stick to this challenge until I move. If you've seen my decluttering video, in this video I told you guys that I will be moving in 2024 and I'm starting to declutter everything that I own, but that doesn't make any sense if I keep accumulating more stuff and if I keep buying more stuff. So for that reason, I decided that I will start the no-buy challenge, and I started it in the beginning of November. A no-buy or a low-buy can look very different for everyone, so I wrote down my personal set of rules that I want to follow in this time. But first, let me introduce myself to anyone who's new. Hi, my name's Rebecca, and welcome to this channel where we start decluttering everything, getting ready for the move. But also, I like to talk about things like personal finance, consumerism, and all that good stuff. So let's talk about why I decided to do a no-buy. As I've quickly mentioned, I'm moving in 2024 and I don't want to take a lot of stuff because it will be to a different country. So I'm trying to downsize right now, and it doesn't make a lot of sense to bring a lot of new items into my home right now that I will then have to take abroad with me. For me, that was something that I really wanted to avoid, to not make the move any more difficult. So that's why I decided to start the challenge. But there are a handful of other positive side effects of doing this challenge that will also be very beneficial for me. So many people do it to start saving money and to not spend as much on unnecessary things or just stuff in general. So that will come in very handy for me because I'm not only not bringing that many items into my life and then having to move them, but I'm also spending less money and have more money for the move. A second positive side effect is that you start to question your shopping habits and your automatic behavior of just buying stuff because it's there and you like it and it's cute. That's something that I do want to question as well. And I've noticed in myself that if I see something that I really like and that is not too expensive, and I can come up with a pretty valid reason of why I would need that in my apartment, then it's very difficult for me not to get it. But on the other hand, we don't always have to be buying more stuff or buying stuff just because we think it's cute. So I'm hoping that this challenge will help me also bring positive change in this area of just automatic shopping behavior. And by the way, a disclaimer here, I don't think I will ever be a person where it's about complete and absolute minimalism, because I will not stop buying things just in general. This is a period of time in my life that I think it's very beneficial for the move. But when I get to the new place, of course, I will buy stuff, but I do want it to be in a healthy amount. This just as a disclaimer so that you're not expecting this channel to become full-on minimalist, because I don't think it will ever go into this direction. So back to the no-buy challenge and the rules that I have set for myself. I think now that you've heard why I'm doing this challenge and that I'm trying to just not bring more stuff into my life, the rules will make a lot more sense. I also wrote that down as my just overall goal: no more extra stuff before moving. So I wrote down a couple of things that I say I can buy, and these are essentials like groceries or drugstore products or just anything that is very essential and that I don't have. So that means for drugstore products, for example, I will not be buying shampoo or conditioner or any face product if I didn't run out of it. If I still have one, then I cannot buy another one. The second point is that I can still give gifts to others because the holidays are around the corner and there will still be a couple of birthdays before I move. And for me, it's just important that I can still give to others, and it's not stuff that's staying in my life. And by the way, I'm always trying to be very intentional with the things that I'm getting other people, that it's something helpful and useful, and I'm never mad if they don't like it, if they just donate it, give it to someone else, throw it away. And my family and friends, they do know that I'm moving, so they're also trying to incorporate that in their gift giving. And I haven't really received any physical gifts for my birthday this year, which was amazing to me personally because it means that I don't have to move that stuff. Third rule is something that I wrote down that I can buy and spend on that maybe others in their no-buy challenge will not include because their main goal is to save money. That's not my main goal. My main goal is to not bring more physical items into my life. So I can spend on restaurants, on going out, on entertainment, but just not on physical stuff. For me, these rules make a lot of sense. Basically, I can only get things that I can consume and that I can use up until the move. So especially things like groceries, food on the go, or just some entertainment, it's something that I consume, not physical stuff. And for the physical stuff, the drugstore items, for example, that could also be considered consumables because at some point they're going to be empty and you can throw them away. I only want to get something if I completely run out of something. So it's basically one out, one in, and I don't accumulate more stuff. I hope that makes sense. Let's take a look at my expense tracker and see how well I did in November, because November is almost over and I want to see how well I did. I cannot recall not having stick to the rules, but let me see. So of course I had food and supermarket. I did buy something in the drugstore. Let me think. Yes, those were some razors that I needed that I ran out of, so that's completely fine. Then I have transportation, that's fine. Shopping category is 0, which is perfect because that's what we want. Then I have another category where I usually put things like decor, so this will go in the household or home category. This one is also 0, so that's very good. My other category doesn't include any physical items. And gifts. I did get some gifts, but as I said, this is allowed for me in this challenge. So no, I did not get any physical items this month, and I'm really proud of that. But it's only been a month, so let's see how long I can still stick to this challenge, or whether I will want to have an exception at some point, or I will disregard the rules. In my opinion, by the way, those challenges, the no buy or low buy, or also other challenges, you didn't fail these challenges because you messed up once or twice or because you made an exception. Because let's say you're doing a no buy challenge and then in the period of 4 months, you messed up once every month and bought something. That is still a completely different behavior than if you didn't start the challenge at all. So in my opinion, you should never be too strict with yourself for any kind of these challenges, and just have your goal very clear in mind and let that be the motivation for you to keep going and to stick to your rules. And even if you end up messing up once or twice, it can still be a complete success. So don't worry about that. For me personally, I have my goal, the moving, always in the front of my mind, and for me it's very important that it's just as smoothly as possible. And I know that it will be difficult for me to get rid of stuff because I am attached to a lot of my stuff, so the decluttering process does not come too easy for me. And I know that if I'm already struggling with that, if I bring in more stuff, I might have to let go of more of my old stuff. So this is just an intrinsic motivation that I have, which might be helping me to complete this challenge all the way until I move. I might make another video before I move and just let you guys know how long I ended up doing this challenge for and how many things I ended up buying, or whether it was a complete success. I will let you know in a couple of months. We'll see about that. If you're still thinking about a challenge for the new year, maybe this would be a nice challenge to start off with, a no buy or a low buy month. That's something that you can have in mind. But for now, thank you so much for watching this video and staying until the end. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in my next video.